without further ado, I would be more than honored to introduce our first two speakers for the day, who are the amazing Adam and Karina. Adam is a third-year biochemistry student at the University of Warwick and the co-founder and editor-in-chief of Youth STEM Matters. He is keen on utilizing his editorial experience to provide young scientists a voice within the scientific community. His scientific research interests lie around biochemistry, immunology, and molecular biology. Karina is passionate about making STEM accessible to all and promoting young scientists through her editorial role in Youth STEM Matters. She has interest in the immunology, oncology, and biochemistry fields. Karina has previous research experience in functionality and phenotypically characterizing a transgenic mouse line and separately localizing asparagine synthase cellular expression within healthy and epileptic mouse tissue. They're going to be sharing the story so far of Youth STEM Matters. So, Adam and Karina, over to you.
Great, thank you so much.
Thank you, Ana Rosa.
And thank you everyone for attending our first research conference. We're extremely excited to be speaking to you. As Ana Rosa said, Karina and I are going to give you an overview of the past year and a bit at Youth STEM Matters, what we've been doing and what to look forward to in the future.
So Youth STEM Matters is a scientific journal for young people, and it first launched on the 17th of March 2020. And then in April, we had our first set of volunteers, I being one of them. It was a very exciting time on the 14th of April. And then in June, we had our second round, which mainly consisted of just adding extra roles to the team and building it up so that we could give other people, young people, the opportunity to contribute. And on the 19th of August, we were able to publish our first research paper, which you can obviously go and see and read on the Youth STEM 2030 website. And then in September 2020, we also then had our third round of applications for more members of the team. This was mainly reviewers and also editors.
Right, so in October 2020, we started to set up our international advisory group, which I'll talk a bit about later. And then in January 2021, as we've received more and more submissions from young people across the globe, we had the capacity to increase our team even further. And hence we opened our fourth round of applications that year. On the 26th of February 2021, quite a landmark, we Youth STEM 2030 partnered with Crossref, and Karina will talk a bit about that later on. On the 31st of March, one of my personal favorites is our publication of our first review paper, which you can read on the website. It's an absolutely great read, and I highly encourage anyone to have a look. And that brings us today to our first research conference, which again, we're extremely excited to be here, and we hope you all enjoy the rest of the conference.
So this is just going to give a brief overview of our volunteer team. So we currently have 71 volunteers who are a part of multiple different teams, including the reviewers and the editors for our journal, our science communication, our typesetting, our artists. There's pictures of quite a few of them on here, just to give an example of how many people from across the world. We have 25 countries people are from, over 6 continents. And in peer review, we currently have 44 projects submitted since the journal first started, with the reviewers currently there. And we have consulted with professionals from other papers such as Nature, to kind of hear any good aspects of the peer review so we could develop our own one and kind of better suit it for the industry, for young people, to give them a platform that they can use to promote their work and to promote importance to the SDGs. And as Adam mentioned before, we have a partnership with Crossref, which basically means that all of our articles, our reviews, our research papers have a unique DOI number, which most proper journals, scientific journals have. And so when they're published, you can click this link and it'll go directly to this, and you can reference it as well. And if you would like to submit a project, there is a session later, I think it's at 4 p.m, which you can go to if you have any questions and you want to hear more from.
Right, so our science communication team has gone quite a long way since we first launched. So we've received 76 headline deadline submissions, where basically young people are putting a proposal on a topic they're really interested and passionate about to write a piece on. We've published 68 science communication articles since our launch, and that's including articles written by our team. And recently, which is quite important, in an effort to maximize the impact of our articles and how they're written and the communication, we've recently revamped our science communication article styles. And if you're interested in learning about our new article styles and how to submit a headline deadline, there is a session later on with a write an article session, which I would encourage you all to attend. So whilst we are authentically youth-led, we decided to seek out the help from professionals in industry to help us establish our aim and our mission. So here is our international advisory group and our 6 advisors. And what we aim to do is really set the best example of publishing within the industry. And yes, we are young people and we want to have something that's unique and innovative and different from sort of learned and mainstream journals. But we wanted to consult and establish long-term connections with our advisors in order to better achieve this. So our advisors really have sort of 3 aims as to what they bring to the journal. They strengthen the credibility and reputation of the journal. They aid in the personal development of young people in our team through establishing sort of additional courses and helping our young people sort of develop their scientific critical thinking. And finally, we've developed a network of professionals who we feel best embody the ethos of USTEM Matters and act as ambassadors for the journal. If you are someone who's interested in being an advisor on the group or want to find out more, there's the link at the bottom, which you can check out. Cool. So since our launch, as Karina has said, Karina and I have said, we've had 4 rounds of applications to join the team. And remarkably, we went from 21 applicants in our first application, in our initial recruit, to a total of 484 applicants since our launch. And we've done that through our outreach events, like talking to young people at, say, the Nuffield celebration event, the World Ocean Day, having World Ocean Day Forum, and many more. So, yeah.
And we're currently actually opened another round of applications. You can actually go to the link below and it will take you to our website where there are multiple different roles open, and you can go and see if one of them best suits you and you're interested in applying. We actually have approximately 90% of our volunteer team who have actually never been a part of a scientific journal before. So we are really open to giving people somewhere where they can develop their own skills and they can be a part of a team and grow with it. So our time at the journal, both of us have been here for pretty much since the beginning. For me, I started off as a reviewer, and this helped me learn how to give constructive feedback to authors and really get deep into an article that I may not be very comfortable with or I may not know much about, but by the end of it, you really get into it and you really get to know a lot about it. I then went and progressed on to become an editor, and that is something that we try at the journal to really give people the opportunity to do, to progress in roles, especially if they've been here for quite some time and they feel like they are ready to, you know, go up a step. And as an editor, I was actually communicating directly with the authors rather than producing the feedback that would be sent to them. And this really is very useful. You are able to communicate with them directly, but also summarize the feedback that the reviewers are producing for you, and you make the decisions. So there's a more decision-making role here.
Yep, so I've been at the journal since way before the launch, when Anna Rosa, Vara and I were sort of setting up the journal. And I have to say my favorite part of being here is working with the team, getting to know them all and seeing them grow both personally and professionally. You know, it's really nice to hear that one of our volunteer members coming up to us and saying, oh, what I've done at USTEM Matters has really helped me improve my lab performance, or has given me the confidence to go out and present in front of a larger audience. So it's really nice to hear that. But I think the overall highlights for me, I'm going to quote Poppy, one of our other editors, is the volunteer team are the friends she's never met. And likewise, I can say the same thing. Getting to know everyone has been a really highlight of my experience. And the community we've built is definitely something, if you were to ask me why you should apply for the team, that would be one of my main reasons. And I would really encourage you to, reach out and do send an application if you are up for it. So I've included, well, firstly, thank you all for listening to our talk. But I've included our email addresses if you want to get in touch with Karina and I to discuss anything further. I've also included the links to our volunteer and advisory group recruitment, as well as social media links. Thank you all for listening, and I'm going to pass over now to Abby, who's going to introduce the next set of speakers.